if I can figure this out, anybody can. It's not that hard. Just do it. You know, that's all I have to say. Is just do it. Just get the ingredients and do it. You know, a lot of you say, well, the Lord wouldn't give us something like this, that all we have to do is pray. And I wrote an article on this at tearingdownstrongholds.com, Is Praying Enough? And I wanted to talk about that because, yeah.
You have a caller?
Okay, go ahead and put him on.
You're up, caller.
Yes, Sherry, it's Angelo.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing all right. I just wanted to call to say that there's a lot of things that you say that has a ring of truth with me. You put on your blogger about that alternate place, dimensional, which is kind of grayish, dirty. Hello?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Yeah. Well, seems like I visited that place a couple of times. It's not a nice place.
What's this, the astral realm?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not a nice place. I'm calling in reference to that specifically for the simple reason that I saw people there, and what I saw was there were people there that were nice, decent people. And I need to say this. There were nice, decent people that were there. And I visited a couple of times, and the last few times, I didn't see anybody there. It was all empty. Everywhere I went, it was empty. Thank God, and I'm getting a little bit more into Jesus Christ and my Father in heaven, and I haven't been visiting that place lately.
Well, how do you visit this place? How are you visiting this place?
Well, I just go to sleep, and the next thing I know, I wake up. It's like I'm forced there to be there.
Okay, so they're taking you. They're taking your spirit while you're sleeping.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel a dizzy sensation? Do you ever wake up and because you start to feel dizzy?
Yes.
Yeah, that's they're yanking your spirit out of your body when you feel dizzy. And for folks listening, if you ever lay down and you go into sleep and you start to feel really dizzy, wake yourself up. Literally, wake up and get up, because what they do is they start to yank at your spirit to pull it out of your body. And that's why you have that dizzy sensations, because they're yanking your spirit.
You're attracting the right people, because a lot of church pastors, I mean, their hearts are gold. I've heard pastors talk over the radio, and their hearts are gold, and they're real decent people, and God bless them, but they just don't get into the spirit realm the way you do. You know, I mean...
Well, you know, it almost seems that they all get to a certain level of things that they will teach about, and they stop. And they don't get into the deeper meat of the Word, of things around us, of things that we need to know.
Mm-hmm.
They just kind of get to a certain level and stop. So you're always kind of getting just surface meat of the Word.
Exactly.
You know, and back in Noah's time, this kind of information was just prevalent. They all knew it much better than we do, because they dealt with it more all the time. They didn't have agendas where information was being hidden and kept from the people. You know, maybe that's allowed us more of a, well, you know, you may call it a comfort zone, not having to face reality. Sometimes it's better when you can keep your head in the sand.
Yes.
But it's time to start facing reality, because a lot of things are coming. Even they're scared of them. They're terrified of what they even know. And can you imagine the church, you know, in 2006, if we start witnessing some of the stuff that they even know about and they're trying to run from? And God's people are clueless, because nobody's talking about this kind of stuff. They hide it. They don't know about it. Pastors get to a point where they think they know the Bible from front to back, cover to cover, and then they stop. They never dig for the deeper truths. And so that's what the Lord stood me up to do, is to get in and just, because I'm teachable. You can be teachable or not. You can be someone that the Lord can lead and teach truths to, or you're just one of these people that decide, well, that's all there is to know, and I already know it. And then at that point, you become totally unteachable. You can't be taught what you think you already know.
I thought that way in myself because there was a lot of spiritual experiences that I went through that I'm starting to indicate now.
Yeah. Well,
and nobody was talking about it. So
yeah.
I thought I had it all, you know. And you started popping out, and you started saying this. Oh yeah, another thing before I forget, Sananda in the astral plane.
Oh yeah, let's hear about this.
I was pulled out of the spirit. I was fighting a demon, and then all of a sudden there was like a flash of light on the right-hand side, and then I turned around to look, and then the demon saw Sananda coming in, and he ran away. So I automatically thought it was Jesus Christ of Nazareth. Now I have like an electromagnetic thing around me, aura. It's pretty strong, and it pervades my whole body, and it hurts my body. And I went to, I was thinking it was Jesus Christ, and I asked him, you know, in the spirit realm you talk telepathically.
Yeah.
So I asked him telepathically, can he help me? And he looked at me, he shook his head sadly and says, very difficult. And I'm going, wait a minute, this is Jesus Christ of Nazareth. And it took the wind out of my sails.
That's what you should have asked them, because you know what? That is a real point in spiritual warfare, in nailing what is of the Lord and what isn't, because they go by, demons will masquerade as apostle names, as Mary, as Peter, as all of them. They even have a Jesus. So when you confront a demon and they're calling themselves Jesus, you know, pinpoint them. His real name is Yahushua anyway. But just ask them, are you Jesus Christ of Nazareth? Because they can't claim to be the Jesus Christ of Nazareth. What they'll do is change the names. Yes, I'm Jesus Christ. You know, and they'll try to fool you by that.
Well, the thing is, in the spiritual realm, in the astral plane, as they masquerade as angels of light,
yeah,
you walk in the astral plane, and when you see a glow, a magnificent glow, you just take it for granted, and they present themselves like Jesus Christ of Nazareth, and they project that love.
There's that aura.
That aura of love and compassion, and you just take it for what it is. And so when I went to him and I asked him, can he get rid of this thing around me? He looked at me so sad, and then he says, very difficult. And I said, wait a minute. This is Jesus Christ of Nazareth, the Son of God. And he's telling me, very difficult? Mm-hmm. So it took me a long time, a couple of months later, and I said, well, then I just got to pick up my stuff and just keep on trucking. But I'm saying this to you and to your audience. Don't get fooled. Because if it's anybody else that's really suffering, and they meet this guy in the astral plane, and he comes out like that, he can destroy them.
Yeah, is the Jesus you saw exactly like these pictures of Sananda I have on my website?
Yes, but he had like I say again, he emitted that aura of love.
Yeah, well that's what I've been warning about. They have an aura of love that will surround them, and that's what will deceive people, because when they walk up to them, they're going to say, oh, I didn't feel evil, all I felt was love.
Yeah.
It's a deceiving aura that they have.
Well, you want to talk some more about my experiences?
Yeah, go ahead. You know,
okay,
I've been studying, you know, this astral realm thing lately, and one of the reasons I just step back from everything and just become reflective on it, the whole thing is Satan's playground, as far as I'm convinced. It's just Satan's playground. Yeah. He owns that entire dimension, all the different dimensions within the astral realm. There's different planes, different levels. I'm not seeing anything different where all of a sudden he stops and the Lord starts. I'm seeing the whole dimension